Hello, puzzlers! I thought we could start with a quick puzzle. This one was inspired by my father. My father delights in making simple things complicated. So he might send me an email that says, "Hi, AJ, is my wife's sister-in-law's nephew free for lunch?" And who is my dad's wife's sister-in-law's nephew? That would be me, his son. My aunt's nephew is me, my son. So he could have just asked, "Are you free for lunch?" But he has the puzzling mind. He'd rather turn it into a puzzle. So my challenge today is, can you come up with an even more ridiculous way to say son or daughter? A more convoluted way. Greg's attempt and more puzzling goodness after the break. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Hello Puzzlers podcast, the hero edit on your puzzle reality TV show.
Ooh.
Greg? Yes. Not the villain edit.
No. You're the hero. You're the hero.
Are you the villain then?
I'm just the random guy you meet on the way to the altar. I don't know. It depends on what reality show you're on. But
well, before the break, we asked listeners a question inspired by my father, who is a great father. Thank you, Dad. We asked them to come up with the most ridiculous way they could say son or daughter, most convoluted, along the lines of my wife's sister-in-law's nephew. So, Greg, did you think of one to describe your relationship with Marco?
Don't ever ask me to come up with the most convoluted.
Oh.
Let's just strike that from our repertoire.
That I'm asking for trouble.
I don't even know if this is disentangleable.
All right, I'm ready to try.
You ready?
Yeah.
My mother-in-law's second cousin's son's great aunt's mother's niece's great-grandnephew.
Checks out. I don't know. I'm just making that up. But actually, I would like to hear, if you guys can bust him, hellopuzzlerspod@gmail.
Yeah, please bust me. I'll say it again. Should I say it again just in case you didn't write it down the first thing? My mother-in-law's second cousin's son's great aunt's mother's niece's great grand nephew.
Love it.
I think that's my son. It could be somebody else's son. I'm not sure. It's somebody's son.
Could be me. Could be
Could
me.
be you.
Could be our guest.
You're right. You go back far enough.
Right.
Yeah, we're all somebody's.
That was a theme of one of my books. Thank you for plugging it.
I didn't even try to this time. It just happened.
Yeah. And also, by the way, listeners, if you have your own convoluted ways to say relatives, please do send them to us. Speaking of family, I'm delighted to welcome our next guest into the Hello Puzzlers family.
Oh.
I give that segue a C minus.
C.
But I give our guest an A plus. Our guest is an improv superstar. She has a show called Here, the Improvised Musical. She has an enormously popular Instagram feed where she dispenses life wisdom. I'm going to read just one example to give you a taste. She says, "Did you know that if you don't have a fully formed opinion about something, or if it doesn't concern you, you can just be quiet?" Such wisdom. In this day and age, I think more than ever we need that. Please welcome Tara DeFrancisco.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited to be here, team.
Oh,
we're so happy to have you.
We are delighted. We have so much to talk about: puzzles, games, your wisdom. There's a lot more.
What an intro. To say that I am wise, I will come on the show every week if you need me to, if you just want to feed me those compliments.
Of course. Well, listen.
Well,
so
it's
wise.
true.
Yeah, the proof is
everyone,
in the
go to Instagram and check it out.
Yeah.
It's true.
You
Thank
cannot deny it. Now, I know that you are an improv expert. I am not, but I do know that one of the first rules of improv is yes and.
Well, AJ, you've been studying. Good job. That is kind of the grand tenet of improvisation for sure, that yes and is about. Some people think it's about literally saying the word yes and adding information. Certainly it can be, but it's more about kind of accepting people exactly where they are to amplify their message. So if you're walking on stage without a script, you and your castmates are connecting on that base level of whatever you give me is a gift, and I'll run with it and try to make it even more beautiful if possible. That's the hope.
That sounds like a life lesson.
Well, there
right
you go.
too, right?
Right.
You know what, Greg? It is. It is, Greg. And thank you for saying. I think that's a lot of people, improvisers, come to it for the performance aspect, and a lot of people stay because it's a life enrichment thing. So it feels good to be that kind of artist, for sure.
It is a lovely life philosophy. And this puzzle is about one of those two words. Not about yes, it's about and. I like and. I like them both. They're both good words. All the answers in this puzzle are common phrases with the word and in the middle, such as first and foremost or part and parcel. And like those examples, all the phrases are alliterative. So the words before and after and start with the same letter. So this puzzle, Tara, if I give you the starting letters such as F, and I give you the clue, this is how Vin Diesel drives, you might say...
Fast and furious, baby.
He does drive
for sure.
Fast and furious. Side note,
I was ready for f around and find out. I'm glad we didn't go there.
A whole different series.
A whole different
series.
Yeah, that's true. That is FA and FO.
Yeah, well, you know,
it's close enough.
You're always lenient. Come on.
Yeah.
All right. So you got the premise?
I got the premise.
All right, let's start. S and S. This is an S and S phrase. And they break your bones. They may break your bones. Unlike words, they may hurt you.
Look, playground insults are the worst, okay? And people say they don't hurt later, but I think that's not true. We have some unpacking to do. This is definitely sticks and stones.
Sticks and stone, 100%, Tara. One of the most patently false alliterative phrases ever.
Definitely.
I'd rather be hit by stick. I mean, depends.
How big is the stick, right?
Yeah.
But overall, usually, yes. I'd rather physical than mental pain.
I think therapists are making a lot more money off the words may hurt you than the words may never hurt you aspect of that griddle.
Good point. All right, I got one more S&S for you.
Okay.
Something that is super clean might be S&S.
Oh, I think this is, I think the term is spick and span. If I know it to be, I feel like it was on like I Love Lucy commercials, things like that. They'd say it around that time. Yeah.
Spick and span.
Yes.
Well
Where
done.
does that phrase come from, AJ?
Yeah, what is that?
You know what? That is embarrassing. I didn't look it up.
You always look that up. It was a product, right? Tara's right. There was spick and span brand of products.
I think that's correct. That's all I know it to be, really. Yeah.
Well, yes, I fell down on my job. But H and H is how a passionate new relationship might be going.
The only way to start. The only way to start. And honestly, AJ, if you had done your research here, it might be concerning. So I'm glad that you're leaving it to us.
Cookie.
Yes. I think it's hot and heavy, baby.
That is correct. Hot and heavy. Good. I feel just looking at Greg's face that he might be researching spick and span. So
I am. So this is fascinating. So the span new was a phrase in like 1300 referring to wood that was ready to make spoons. So it was spoon new wood. It was brand new wood.
Okay, interesting.
And then spick came from spike splinter new for the wood that would be used for spikes on ships. Both appear to be Middle English Dutch kind of terms.
Whoa.
So that term goes way back and refers to wood originally.
All right,
that's great.
There you go.
If I could count the number of new spoons I had lined up, so many new spoons. Yeah, new wooden spoons. Sign me up.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. We were talking about hot and heavy, so I have a hot and heavy related one. Not too spicy. O and O. O and O. When a relationship is hot and heavy, then not hot and heavy, then hot and heavy again.
I got it. Just like a light switch, we all have our troubles, and sometimes relationships are hard and sometimes they're on and off.
There you go.
Oh,
off and on and off. I actually think I'm more of a dimmer guy. So I like to I don't like to cut things off.
That's
good.
Maybe
is not healthy.
No,
fade in, fade out.
Fade in, fade out.
Yeah. I'm more of a timer kind of person where I just need I need to be in the right space.
That makes sense.
You have 15 minutes.
All right, I got 3 more. This is something a gluten-free vegan would avoid. It's a B&B, a gluten-free vegan would avoid, but it's better known as a phrase that means someone's main source of income. Their B&B.
Oh my gosh. As you're saying this, I don't think I realized that. Do gluten people have to avoid the second B? I don't know, but I know they have to avoid the first. That would be bread and butter.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
Bread and butter. Well, I was thinking the vegan part, you would avoid the butter, and the gluten maybe avoid the bread.
There we go. Vegan. I missed that part. Yes.
I'm sure that there are gluten-free breads, so apologies. And if you want to sponsor us.
And there's butter made from non-animal things.
There you go.
That's true. That's true. Very, very aware of you both.
All right, 2 more we got. This one is a little Shakespeare, so it might be tricky if you're not a Shakespeare fan. The witches in Macbeth used the eye of newt and toe of frog to try to create a little of TNT. This is a TNT.
Let's shout out the witches here. Let's just give them a well-deserved shout out.
Yes, Weird Sisters, I believe they were called.
Weird Sisters. Yeah,
we love weird.
If I had a nickel for every friend I've had that's been cast as a weird sister over the years, I'm gonna say this is a Halloween staple, and it's a reminder to all of us on how to cast spells. You've got to have that toil and trouble.
Exactly. All right, this one is super tricky. I feel not super, medium tricky. So I'm here for you. I'm here to give hints. It's a double. It's a double because I felt they were sort of related. B&B in D&D. So it's a double phrase that describes small miscellaneous items coming in slowly, not all at once. So they're 2 phrases, and they're not generally used together, but I liked it together.
You
got it?
No, I don't know. This could be a real swing and a miss. Okay. So if I swing and miss, good. I will blame AJ if I ruin this. Okay. Now I feel like this origin, if I'm thinking of the right thing, might be kind of British sounding.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I like where you're going.
Thank you. Okay, good. So I'm just going to take a swing for my British friends and say bits and bobs.
Yes. Bits and bobs.
This is a real swing. Dribs and drabs or like something like that.
Home run.
All right.
It was
dribs
not
and
a
drabs.
swing and a miss. Bits and bobs and dribs and drabs.
That's a great pairing.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was like, sounded nice.
It sounds great.
It sounds great.
With a British accent, it sounds really good.
Bits and bobs in dribs and drabs.
That's why we have Tara here. I wasn't
I was afraid you were going to do it, AJ.
I know, but we've got an expert.
Wait, when you said B&B and D&D, I thought that's what you pay to stay at an inn during your role-playing game.
That could be.
Bed and board and Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, that's a great answer too.
Wait, bed and board? I always thought it was bed and breakfast. But I guess if they have...
Bed and board.
If you have more than breakfast...
Bed and board is the older phrase, I think. But
and then they got cheap and cut out lunch and dinner and just were like, no, we're just giving you breakfast.
Yeah.
I see how they work.
Like room and board, right? Room and board is a place to stay and the food you eat.
Yeah. No, I got the idea. I just
or a big slab of wood
that
you can use to make a spoon with later.
Well, you did great. You did absolutely. I don't know, A and A.
I feel like a winner. I feel like a winner. Thank you.
Well, if you had failed, we would have kicked you off. But since you did so well, we want you back for another segment. So,
thank goodness.
Everyone come back and hear more of the great Tara DeFrancisco in just a moment. Hello, puzzlers. Welcome back to the podcast. We're here with the awesome Tara DeFrancisco. Tara, Greg has a puzzle for you, but before he gives it, we have a segment called Puzzling Questions, a little Q&A where we get to know our guests better so they can be less of a puzzle to us and our listeners. As we mentioned in the intro, you have an Instagram feed with hundreds of thousands of followers, and You dispense nuggets of wisdom that go viral. They remind me, you're probably too young, but Jack Handy's Deep Thoughts from Saturday Night Live.
That's an honor.
Well, I
That's
feel
an honor.
you take that, but then you mix it with like a very funny Mel Robbins. Maybe if I were to pitch you, maybe that's one way I could do it, because they are real pieces of wisdom, but they're also super funny and profound. I thought we could play a handful of your aphorisms and get your thoughts on them.
You bet.
The origin story.
I'm in. Wow.
All right.
Jack Handy.
All right. One of them I love is about pine cones.
Remember when you were a kid and you signed up for a talent show just because you wanted to sing a Spice Girls song, maybe really badly? Or you signed up for a show and tell because you wanted to show off a sibling's baseball mitt or some weird fucking pine cone you found in the backyard? You can still do that. You can still show off a metaphorical pine cone that you found. Don't you dare boo yourself before you even get on fucking stage. You're allowed to show off that metaphorical pine cone. You little lovable weirdo.
I love that metaphor. Can you tell us? I feel almost that your Instagram feed is a pine cone.
Oh, that's very sweet. I hope so. I've been trying, as this explosion of followers has happened, as a person that's been on stage for a long time and done live shows for a long time, to have, basically 500,000 people watching you say ridiculous things online every day when you put something out is a wild ride for someone that's used to seeing tangible, real faces as an audience, touring and things like that. So I love that there are people out there right now trying to at least be close to the authentic version of themselves as they can. And, influencer culture doesn't really do it for me, but like people creating things does. And no shade to anybody that has to do that to kind of make their living or something like that. But it's just really exciting to see people be more authentically themselves and sharing little weird details. There's this fun phrase in improvisation that does not translate at all. That is, Heinz is funnier than ketchup. It doesn't make a lot of sense outside of the
I
phrase.
love that.
And
No,
it's actually by Mike Myers of like Wayne's World fame. He said it and it got kind of like clocked in the 90s as a thing to know when you're teaching improvisation. And it just means the more specific and authentic we get, the more people tend to laugh comedically, because it seems like it should be more vague for someone to laugh at it. But when you make it more specific, people actually lean in to be like, oh yeah, I'm like that, because they feel a relevance or like some kind of resonance to you. So I think that's kind of what I've hoped to do on mine, is like the more I speak to myself in those messages, the more people are like, yeah, me too, which is what you ideally want. It's not a facade. It's actually what I need to hear myself.
Right. You get hundreds of comments on each of these. I of course, I didn't read. I read the first 3, which were positive. I was so happy to see.
Yes.
Do you read the comments? Or
I try. I try when I first put it out to read the comments. And because like you said, I think I'm in a fortunate little corner where we're building. I've had a lot of people like thank me for the corner of those kinds of videos, because generally speaking, people are kind of rooting for each other or kind of tapping into a community feel in the comments. So more than likely, it's generally a positive feed of like, this is how I'm like this, or they just share a little bit about themselves rather than, some kind of deep roast or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of positive and negative, let me play this one.
Just for today, as a little treat, I'm going to let myself obsess over best case scenarios rather than the absolute worst. Just for fun. Everyone deserves a holiday.
I love that because
so good. So real.
It's so real.
I mean, the negative bias is it's right there. It's so easy. You got to fight it.
That's right. It's so tough. And it's funny to think that we do so much to not give ourselves that little treat of enjoying ourselves. There's another like sweet saying that I think about quite a bit. That's kill the judge that lives inside your head. And well, here's the fun of being a kid. You can do a lot of things that you accept about yourself and you play very freely. Creative flow for kids is really easy until about 6, when your prefrontal cortex begins developing and you start getting that like fear of danger. It gets higher and higher. And it's really great to have some things be delineated as terrifying, like don't go into traffic or don't touch a hot stove. But then as an adult, we overdevelop that fear. So it gets way scarier to do regular things that aren't that terrifying, or we always predict like worst case scenarios instead of something going well. It's just the way that we're kind of formed, unfortunately. So a lot of improvisational training for people that don't want to do it as a performance thing is just trying to be kind to yourself and remember there are other options and that you can stay in like creative flow or play state better as an adult and feel much happier. Yeah.
And I do have a non-violent alternative to killing the judge. Just as someone who doesn't believe in. What if you take the judge out for a beer and say like, "What's up, dude? Why are you so judgy?" And I actually kind of stole that from Pete Holmes, who's a great comedian, and I read his book, and he said, "Take the crazy person in your head out to tea." Like
that is a great idea.
Yeah,
I like Pete Holmes a lot. Yeah,
he's terrific.
Very parts work of him. It's like
I don't know
talking
what that
to
is.
It's basically like a kind of therapy tool that you can take out the things that are like the inner voices in your head and kind of be like, why are you scared? Or what's going on here? Why are you feeling sad about something that doesn't feel innately sad? I think it's like a new methodology of how you can dissect part of your fear or personality.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
All right, I got a couple more. Just they're so good.
Keep hearing about some research that says that unintelligent people don't cuss as much as intelligent people. So take that, you fucking jagoffs.
Look, that's a shout out to my Chicago roots. Okay. Like if I don't get a good jagoff in there now and then I'm not living anymore. Yeah, I've certainly read studies across the years that people that curse, I think this was actually an NPR study, or it was featured on NPR, that if you curse while you're in pain, the pain reduces.
Yeah, I read that too.
And I wonder if that's the same for intelligence too, that if you have effective, exclamatory phrases here and there, that it kind of makes you emote better.
Right. Well, I did do some research this, so I'm not gonna I'm gonna yes sort of and you.
Please.
Say that people who curse a lot are much more emotionally available, which makes sense.
Oh.
And sometimes they have a bigger vocabulary, because one of the studies was how many curses can you name? And the people who generally had a bigger vocabulary were able to reel off more creative curses.
This is a puzzle waiting to be written, clearly.
That's interesting, yeah.
Next episode.
Well, we did do a puzzle on minced oaths, which I think are great. And those are like G-rated curse words, which I think show real creativity, like fudge and sugar and fiddlesticks. I love those.
Let's bring back fiddlesticks, team. Okay, let's be the team that brings back fiddlesticks.
I am on it.
That particular Instagram post too also goes to part of what I think is so great about what you do, which is that it's not just Pollyanna-ish, everybody feel good about everything all the time. It's real, and it's like, take that, you jagoffs. So sometimes you just got to say what you got to say.
Yes, and that means a lot.
It gets, there's the authenticity of that, and it's just you outside, saying something. Here's where I am today.
That means a lot to me. I do think there is like such a thing as toxic positivity, so I tend to try to show any lens that I'm feeling as authentic, because you kind of get duped you get branded as a human as like the kind one that has pep talks, and it's like, not always, not always. Sometimes a day is a day, and that's okay to be human and show it online, I think.
That's who we are.
Yeah, right.
I have one more that my wife would love. I'm going to read it to her. If someone is sleeping, let them sleep. In fact, tuck them in. There's plenty of people awake for you.
Oh,
but
very
so
good.
True. Let me just say, early in our relationship, like we were in the hot and heavy stage, and I woke her up. I was like, I thought I'd be romantic and we could we'll get breakfast or something. And she's like, never do that again. Never do that. We have all day and I need my sleep. What are you thinking?
No.
So
How
yeah,
dare you?
I agree. It's great advice. Sleep, so important.
That's right. It's imperative. It's imperative.
And I like that you say tuck them in. Like, just take that extra step.
Yeah. I mean, you are doing a great job of making this a literal one, which I think is true. It is literal. Like, you shouldn't wake the baby if the baby is sleeping. And if people are sleeping on you as an individual, like they're not subscribing to how cool you are, then let them sleep. Like there's plenty of awake people out there that want to catch you too. So both are true. Both are true.
That's good. I didn't see the metaphorical side. I'm too literal, I guess, with my puzzle brain. But that is interesting. Yeah, you're right. There are a lot of people who like you. So why try to convert the haters?
Exactly.
Yeah. Look at that.
Look at that.
So true.
That's just a sample.
Just to go on a slightly different path of your life and your career, because one of the other things you do is this musical improv show.
Yes.
And as a musician myself, right, and I've done some of this in my life, and everybody understands sort of musical improv. We go and see people take solos and do jazz, and we know about comedy improv. What's it like doing both of those things at once?
Greg, it's wild. I think it's one of the things that lights me up the most about doing any of this work. I'm really fortunate. My partner and I, Rance, that do this show, it was born in 2014, and I think it's known as the first 2-person improvised musical that's like a full-length show.
It's just the two of you.
It's just the two of us and a cool musician that joins us. And this is probably the thing to notice about this show is that we've improvised together for a long time. We tried this musical. We did other musical improv and other long form improv and other short form. There's all kinds, and sketch comedy, things like that. But we were like, what if we did a 2-person improvised musical comedic play from beginning to end? It started in Chicago. It's toured for 12 years, and it keeps having these bumps of it only gets more successful. So we kind of feel like the world is more ready for it, as people get more familiar with improvisation as a concept for stages. It's really fun. It's really wild because the musician we meet on the road, we often haven't ever met before. So it's truly improvised. I saw your faces.
Oh my God.
It's
so
truly,
you're picking up a musician in the towns you go to.
Like if we travel to New York, or if we travel to, we just went to Mobile, Alabama. If we travel to, Houston, whatever. If we go there, we'll meet a musician on site and we'll tell them about the theory of the show, kind of like the beginning to end, just meaning here's what we play like. We look for emotion over genre. We're going to have a big opening number. And then anything that happens from there is a story where you meet many characters and they may circle back to have some tethering throughout the show. And they are like, do I need to play a certain kind of music? We're like, nope. You do whenever you feel moved to play, we will make up a song to the score that you create. And every single musician that's always like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. In the middle of the show, you'll see their face light up like they feel free to do it because there's no restriction to the kind of music they can play. And they're really, truly playing to be inspired from the scene they're watching. So it's very collaborative, and it's a really good reminder to us to be on our toes because we can't pre-plan anything at all. And it's been so fortunate. This show has gone to 24 countries and something like 93 or 94 cities as a headliner in those years, and just keeps on going. And yeah, it's just the coolest thing in the world to see people kind of get excited about it. What's your experience like as a musician? What do you love to play? What do you
I write music for film and TV and theater.
Cool.
I've written a bunch of stuff for theater. I play piano. I play everything.
He would be great. I just want to put in a plug.
I'm trying to pitch myself, but I would love to do this.
That'd be wonderful. It's so
very funny.
Well, if you come to New York,
okay,
I'm at least going to come see your show or come play it if you'll
Noted.
have me.
Good to know. I'm into it.
He's good. He's good. I can vouch. Well, that is awesome. And people can find out the tour dates on your website. We're not done with you yet. We have another puzzle from Greg.
Yes.
I don't know if he's written it or if he's going to do it off the top of his head.
Off the dome.
But we'll see. So come back in just a minute and we'll find out. Hello, Puzzlers. Welcome back to the podcast. We are here with the great Tara DeFrancisco, improv legend, and Instagram sage, I guess I'm going to say.
Very good. I like that.
Yeah.
Sage.
And Greg, I believe you have something prepared, or maybe off the top of your head.
It's pretty much prepared.
Okay,
I have some of it written down right here. I'll admit that. No, this is also inspired by your Instagram profile, which describes you as a joy-filled gal on a porch.
Yes.
It's so true.
How do you encapsulate
accurate.
a personality, right? That seemed about right.
Look, we could all aspire to be a joy-filled gal on a porch.
That's right.
Right. But with an edge, as we saw. Not always just not Pollyanna, but joyful.
But I will say, you put a positive spin on many things. You sort of say, hey, here's what it is, folks. Even when you're talking about how crappy things are, it feels positive. It feels like you're saying, hey, we're all here. Things are crappy and we're here together and we're going to get through it. And, whatever the spin happens to be.
Right on.
So that inspired this puzzle, which is going to put a positive spin on words or phrases that have the letters B-A-D in them.
Okay.
So we're going to take bad and turn it into good.
I love it. I love it. Very good.
We need more of that. We need more of that.
We need more of that. So, for example, if I said this is Wisconsin's state animal, the nicest state animal in the nation, that would be you're nodding, you know what that is.
It's the badger, baby.
Which becomes the
Goodger.
Goodger. That's
so I actually say good? I can't wait.
You got to actually put good in there. Yeah, so it becomes the Goodger.
I love it.
So, all right, here you go. This is your first one. This is an Olympic sport where players gently toss a shuttlecock back and forth across a net to see how long they can keep it up in the air together.
Thank you. This is, I had a real surge in the 80s and 90s. I feel like there were a ton of home kits that I never saw ever again. And yes, I would play alone in the backyard. And that is good mitten.
Good mitten.
Yes.
Very good. Not bad mitten. It's good mitten. How about this national park in South Dakota? It's partly managed by the Oglala Lakota tribe, and it's where everyone is very, very friendly.
Oh, goodness. What would this be? I have so many wrong answers in my head. I'm trying to get them out.
It's a big national park. It's not far from Mount Rushmore. It's where Dances with Wolves was filmed. It has the word bad in it.
I'm thinking.
Bad.
Duh. Maybe a song. Isn't there like a Bruce Springsteen song about this place? If not, there's something that is. And I believe it's the Goodlands.
The Goodlands, right, not the Badlands.
Thank you very much.
There's also a TV show with that name.
That's
Isn't there
it.
Badland?
Yes. Yeah. I've actually been there. It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful, isn't
it? It's beautiful.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Great part of the country. Gorgeous.
Oh, did you research why it's called the Badlands?
Badlands is a generic term for that kind of terrain. So Badlands National Park is one specific place, but there are Badlands around the world as a kind
interesting.
of terrain.
Because the terrain there, as I remember, it was like really crumbly and craggy in a really cool way. It looked like kind of the surface of the moon or something.
Yeah, apparently it is just a bad land to traverse. Like you don't want to be going there without a lot of supplies and canteens.
Shelter,
that makes sense.
Water,
yeah.
So there you go. But as you say, it is also beautiful. So a little bit too much of a negative spin for my taste.
That's why we've made it the Goodlands.
Yeah.
It's much nicer. How about this? This is the stand-up comedian who starred in A Different World as the kindest coach in the world.
Oh, good. How likely is this? I just talked about A Different World yesterday. Who knows why? Yes. And I know that there's a Mandela effect concerning this person as well. And we got to give it up for Parachute Pants. It is good bad.
No, or Sin Good.
Oh, sorry, Sin Good. I said the wrong one. Thank you. Yes. I put on good bad as the word.
We can replace sin with what virtue. Virtue Good is his actual name.
Yes. There we go. Virtue Good is very good. Yes.
Speaking of movies, this is a movie with Jonah Hill and Michael Cera. It's a coming-of-age movie about high school boys who have lots of friends and never get in trouble.
Yeah. They never get in trouble. They're just squeaky clean for sure.
Yeah.
I've seen this movie a good number of times for some reason. There's a McLovin ID in this movie. There's all kinds of things about the coming of age, and that would be super good.
Super good. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Very good. Very good. How about this current events question? This is the capital of Pakistan, known as the nicest city in Asia. It's where the U.S. and Iran have held talks, and everyone got along great.
Oh, gosh.
It is a little bit of a geography.
This one
cut.
has it at the end, right? Not at the beginning.
Yep, it's at the end. It's something bad.
I think that is Islam good.
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm in the right thing. I was so worried about saying it the wrong way in the front. I mean, that didn't make any sense. Islam good.
Islam good.
Yes, of course. Yes. And that's
very, very good.
Thank you. Goodness sakes.
Well done.
I'm glad that everything's going so well.
Going so well, clearly.
Yeah, these are the optimal. Yes.
These are the best of times, no question.
Fertile.
All right, I got a couple more for you. Thanks to a hit song in 1990, this Brazilian dance became popular worldwide. And it's not dirty at all, but very, very clean.
Oh my gosh. I believe this was the dance of like the forbidden dance. Is that correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to try to remember what it was. But I think it's like how does this spelled? Yes.
It would be the permitted dance in this scenario.
Got it.
Because it should be forget.
The unpermitted dance, I believe, is the lambada. Or lambada. So the lamguda.
Lamguda,
yes!
exactly.
Okay, good. Thank you for bringing up the forbidden dance for all of us, by the way. I don't know why that was so... Isn't it funny what caught on in the 90s as a thing? Yeah, that was the thing. That and Taibo. The two biggest hits of the 90s.
Biggest hits of the 90s. And where are they today?
Yeah,
Who's
where are they today? What's the deal?
Right now? All right, I got one more for you. When scouts do really, really, really especially great things, they get one of these.
Oh, yeah. It'll sound great. And I'll tell you what, I was a scout. I really loved scouting. And for a long time, I've wanted to start like adult scout so we all feel good again.
Oh, that's
just
a
to have little.
idea.
Yeah, it seems fun, right? And this is a funny one to replace because I think it's going to make the greatest word of all time. And that's gudge.
Yes, the merit gudge. You get a merit gudge.
The merit gudge, as we've all been wondering. We just want that so bad. Give us a little gudge. Yeah.
This feels like one of your aphorisms about giving yourself a merit gudge or a merit badge.
I love
whatever it is. So.
Yes.
Well done, Tara.
Well done, Tara.
I feel good.
You crushed it. That's it. You're done. You made it through.
I feel great. Puzzling is fun.
You deserve a merit badge, puzzling badge, whatever we can give you within our budget.
I'm into
we don't
it.
have a huge budget.
I'm into it.
People should sign up for your Instagram, which is it just Tara DeFrancisco? Tara?
It's my full name, and that's it. And I think on every platform, pretty much, it's there.
You're on everything,
all that stuff.
And then if you go to Tara's website, then you can get the dates for her upcoming shows. Oh, one last important piece of information before we go, which is that our wonderful producer, Claire, her brother, sometimes does music for your shows. Is that right, Tara?
That's correct. Luke is one of our musical directors for the Nest Theater in Columbus, Ohio. It's a place that my partner and I founded for the community that didn't have a brick and mortar improvisational space.
That's great.
So it's great. It started with like 24 people, and now there's something like 1,800 students and performers in this space, and it has a couple stages and many musicians and like 300-ish performers, lots of students, just kind of making a little corner of joy in the world in a big city that loves art.
Look at that. All right. Well,
see, AJ, this was the segue you should have done at the beginning. That our producers, brothers,
there you
Improv Theater's founder is our guest today.
Nice. Tying it all up in a button. Very well
good.
done. All right. Well, thank you again, Tara, and everyone. Check out her stuff. And while you're online, by the way, Greg, don't we have some exciting things online?
You go to patreon.com/hellopuzzlers and join our community.
It's a lovely community.
A lot of fun.
Or
find us on Instagram while you're looking up Tara DeFrancisco. Just go add us too on Instagram.
At Hello Puzzlers.
At Hello Puzzlers.
Well, thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you here next time for more Puzzling Puzzles That Will Puzzle You Puzzlingly.